This course is the Data Center Essentials for the electrical focus. So it covers everything on the power and electrical systems for a typical data center. And that means we'll talk about everything from the grid all the way down to the chip, including all of the UPS systems, all of the power distribution, all of the different types of branches, circuits, all of that, those kinds of things. All of that will be in this course. We'll be going through all the typical terms to understand for a data center so that whenever you show up at the data center, you're not lost by all those different things that might be pointed to and the different acronyms that are typically used throughout a facility. We'll look at how the power gets to the data center from that grid where it's generated and in all those transmission lines, finally until it gets down to the facility itself. Then once it does get to the facility, what does that power do? What's the next path when it goes through the building? There's lots of different ways that this can be done, including AC and DC power, but we'll talk about a lot of this equipment setup and what that looks like for that power path through that data center whenever it arrives from the grid, what that means for redundancy and generators, all the way down to the racks and the servers themselves. But we're not going to stop there. We're actually going to go in and see why the servers have their power demands of what they need. And we'll talk about this as far as their own internal power distribution and why some data centers are looking to provide things at different voltages and different setups in order to make the best of the efficiency as well as the redundancy. Speaking of redundancy, we will be looking at alternate power paths. What does that mean whenever we're talking about a tier 3, tier 4 data center? Where are those power sources coming from? And how can they be replicated throughout the data center while still being efficient and being cost effective as well? We'll also look at how those racks are set up with the power distribution and the number of ways that it can be there to support any of those servers that are within the rack, whether it's a vertical power distribution unit or horizontal or any other means in order to get power to the rack and make sure that those servers can stay up all the time. We'll talk about how that redundancy plays into the A side and the B side of power, how those servers might be single or dual corded, in other words, having two power sources straight to the server, and what that means for that data center setup as well. We will examine different data center layouts, and you can look at a number of ways of distributing the power across a data center. So we'll look at all of these different effects, how that plays in, where we're looking at distributing the power overhead, underneath, along the side cabinets, and the redundant components that are part of that throughout the data center setup. Again, this is Data Center Essentials, the electrical and power focus course, and hopefully you'll understand and have good concepts of the data center itself, maybe even walked in a couple of them or seen videos of others. But the idea is we're talking about all of the power and the electrical components in this one in a lot of detail. So I hope you'll join me on this course.